OCO. I hope everyone is doing okay. Just give me a few minutes while I make a few adjustments here. I need to make a few adjustments. I think I got it. All right. And we got it. All right. Well, tonight, I want to say, first of all, welcome to the Warhorse Experience. All right. And I want to sit there and sit there. You ever notice I say that a lot? Anyway, I want to cover a little bit about aliens. The beings that come from, not from Planet X or Planet Xenar. No. We're talking about those beings, those creatures that come from another dimension, inner space, as you will. Anyway, I want to talk about that a little bit tonight. I'm not going to be on here that long. I can't afford to because one thing, I'm tired and hurting and need to get myself to bed if I can. Or at least I want to try hard anyway. But anyway, all right. I wanted to first show a little bit of something here. All right. And it's a video about aliens having intercourse, sex with women. And this is, again, tonight put out by L.A. Marzulli. He comes up with some great facts. I know he has different viewpoints on things that are different than ours, but he does come up with some great facts. And that's what we're dealing with tonight. All right. Facts. All right. And anyway, I haven't even finished watching this, so it's all going to be pretty much fresh for me as it is for you. So, all right, let me find that link, that file. Okay, and I will mute this and put it to the right spot where it needs to be and all that. You know how UB2B is, and darn tootin' commies. You know how the YouTube administration people are. So anyway, all right, here we go. Hold on, and I will get it going.
That's been deliberately obfuscated from the peoples of the world, and that's why I am on the trail of a Nephilim.
Okay, let's see if I can find that. Just bear with me. I'm trying to find. I think that's it. Hold on, let me. All right, I found the spot. I found it. All right, here we go, guys.
Our lead story today, and this is just incredible. UFOs had sexual encounters with witnesses and left one woman pregnant. Bombshell, Pentagon docs wildly claim. I don't think it's so wild. This is my wheelhouse. That is our lead story today. But before I get into that, and this one, archaeologists excavate giant stone spheres in Costa Rica. Wow, what a show this is going to be. Folks, we'll get into that and so much more. But first, a word from our sponsor, Noble Gold. For years now, people have been saying, twice. You want to get tickets? Come on out. I know they have over 700 people right now. You can also get live streaming. And by the way, live streaming is available for 6 months. So you don't have to watch the whole thing over the weekend, all right? Moving right along, once again, in May, I'm really busy in May 27th to the 29th, UFO Disclosure Symposium. I am really proud to be part of that. There's the link below. Get your tickets, UFOdisclosuresymposium.com. It's right there. Check it out, folks. So I'll be speaking twice in May. Very busy for me. So let's move on before we get into the UFOs and sex with aliens and all this stuff, because we're going to bring it right back into here. We're going to bring it right back into the biblical prophetic narrative. But before I do, archaeologists excavate giant stone spheres in Costa Rica. So I need to dig in on this and find out, number one, what kind of stone is this?
Now, to me, I've always found that interesting about those stones, that just perfect spheres, like that. Always found it fascinating.
Is it malleable? Does it carve really easily? You realize how difficult it is to draw a circle? I challenge you right now, take your pen, go get a piece of paper from the printer and draw a circle, right? Good luck with that. So the question is, how is it done? Moreover, what kind of tools are these people using? You see, they leave out all the really pertinent information. During the Chiriquí period between AD 800 and 1500, not that long ago, many settlements grew into large communities around the alluvial lands of the Taraba River. I probably butchered that name, please forgive me, and its main tributaries, constructing large structures using round-edged boulders, paved areas, burial sites, and circular or rectangular mounds with stone walls. The Diquis reached an apex of cultural development during this period, with artisans creating elaborate ceramic, bone, and gold objects, and sculpting stone spheres in important zones within the settlements. Stone spheres were also placed in alignments in public plazas, or along the approach to the dwellings of the ruling elite or chieftain. Now, that to me is a lot of doublespeak. I need to delve in on this. I need to do a deep dive in on this, because look at this. Look how perfect it is.
Oh, and before I have this to go any further, just a little FYI, I've been having problems with the mic on the camera, and I think also on this laptop. For some reason it's kind of been messing up off and on here, so that's why I had to pull the old headset on. So anyway, I just thought you should know, and I apologize for the other live streams and things where the audio was not doing too well and all that. So anyway, I'm hoping this is a lot better. All right, I will continue.
And I'm sure they've done this, and you can see just how deep it is. See that rod? Each white, red, that's a foot. That's a foot high, okay? So it gives you an idea just how big this thing is. This is not a little stone sphere like this. Tink, 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 tink. And I'm going to do a deep dive on this. If you're watching this and you have information on this, or you have contact, someone I could maybe call and talk to, let me know. But I got to do a deep dive on this. This is a smoking gun, in my opinion. You just don't get a bunch of natives with what kind of tools on Costa Rica? Anyway, moving right along. UFO disclosure, the coming great deception. This is the lead story today. XXX Files. UFOs had sexual encounters with witnesses and left one woman pregnant. Bombshell Pentagon docs wildly claim. UFOs had sexual encounters with humans and left even one woman pregnant. The wild claims were made in bombshell Pentagon documents obtained by the Sun. Well, first of all, let's walk us back. Okay, these are not wild claims. This is my wheelhouse. I've been dealing with this for 30 years. We've talked to people. I just interviewed a woman at the Hear the Watchman conference a couple of weeks back.
It doesn't happen, guys.
It is an absolute chilling testimony. She was taken from a very young age. She was impregnated 3 times. The child was taken from her in the first trimester. Each of the 3 times. Later on, they all appeared beside her bed at exactly the same time. And she knew that they were hers. She knew that. What mother wouldn't? But they were not human.
You got to follow the facts, and that's simple, You hear a lot of people talk about many things, we all do, but you got to follow the facts. We all have theories and views and what have you. However, if you follow the facts, you heard about follow the money, honey. Well, you got to follow the facts, Jack. That's what we're doing tonight. Is following with LA and following the facts, Jack. That's what we're doing. Okay. And I hope this mic is doing better because the camera and mic and the mic on this computer off and on does lousy. So anyway, here we go.
And they were malevolent. She could feel the hatred coming from them. I'm not making this stuff up. Now, I'm the guy, if you recall, that's been banging this drum that UFOs are real, burgeoning, not going away. So, what was it, 2017? Commander David Fravor comes on the record and tells us that the tic-tac shaped object shot away from him at the speed of a gun. Whatever this was not from this world. First rung of a disclosure letter. I mean, I've talked about this ad nauseum. But here, notice it's leaching out, right? Well, what are people really going to think? The women are taken against their will. They're impregnated in the third trimester, or the first trimester, the third month usually of the first trimester. They're re-abducted and the child is taken from them. Oftentimes when they go to their OBGYN, they go, I don't understand it. We saw the pregnancy. We saw the fetus. We saw the baby. We know it was there. Now it's not there? Did you miscarriage? No, I didn't miscarriage. I actually wrote about it in my first novel, Nephilim Trilogy. I want to walk through this so you get a good understanding. And if you've not seen the first episode on the Baker program, or even on YouTube right here, you need to watch that. That's really important. It's the very first episode on PTL. Genesis 3:15 tells us, and I will put enmity, war.
Oh, and if you want more facts and things, to be sure, guys, to go to L.A. Marzulli. Check out the different things he's got there. Check it out for yourself. Listen to his facts. All right, we all might differ from his other point of views on things, but the thing is, he brings out some great facts, eye openers that will get you thinking. Right?
Between the dragon and the woman, between the dragon seed and her seed, the woman's seed. He, the one coming from the woman, will crush thy head, you shall bruise his heel. So here's the deal. The dragon is at war with the seed of the woman. This sets up the rest of the biblical prophetic narrative. Absolutely the rest of it. Because if we don't understand Genesis 3:15, when we get to Noah's flood, we're clueless. Whoa, what's going on here? When we get to what happened at the Tower of Babel, we scratch our heads. When we get to Abraham and the 5 kings, we wonder, why is this going on? When we get to the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, we're perplexed. Finally, the conquest of Canaan, it's genocide. It's genocide. Remember that tablet that we talked about last week? That, in my opinion, and I'm sticking with that until I'm told otherwise, that tablet points at the inhabitants of Canaan, the promised land. Cursed, cursed, cursed. Cursed of Yahweh. You will die cursed. Cursed of Yahweh. Cursed, cursed, cursed. Folks, that's not a curse, a self-inflicting curse. There's no wiggle room out of that. That's, in my opinion, that's the Nephilim tribes. I could be wrong. I realize I'm jumping the gun. I realize I'm biased. I need to wait until we get other people looking at the tablet who can discern what it actually says. I understand that, but that's what I'm going with, based on all my research. That curse, and where it was found on the altar of Joshua on Mount Ebal, and Joshua built that altar right after the conquest of Ai. Think about it, folks. Think about it. Moving right along. Whereas thou sawest iron mixed with clay, miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave to one another. The work of Jim Williamson. The word cleave is the same word that we get cleave in the Genesis account, where a man will leave his parents and cleave to his wife. That's a marriage contract. No marriage contract here. When the fallen angels, when the watcher angels came down the first time, they were given in marriage. They took wives, plural, of all they chose. That's why in our book, Countermove, how the Nephilim returned after the flood. It's so important. It's such an important book. But I digress. Who are they? They shall mingle themselves with the seed of men? Can't be men, so who is it? You want to know who it is? Men of iron and men of clay. And this author, I've never read this book, Stanley Arnold. I am going to order it. I find it very fascinating. But he's, whether I don't know where he got his information from. I've got to do some research here. But I find it fascinating that there's a book. Here's the deal, folks, and I'm going to go back to this very first picture. Women are being taken. Men are being taken. Sperm is taken from the men. Ovum is taken from the women. They are making hybrids. They are doing this because they are mingling their seed. Satan is outnumbered 2-1. He is creating an army. Make no mistake about it. So here we have, right here once again, there's the clip. Pentagon docs wildly claim, bombshell. This is hyperbole. This is how they get you to look at it. It's clickbait on some level, but it's not clickbait. It's right out of the Word of God, right there, right out of the Word of God. Whereas you saw iron mixed with clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. Folks, I never thought I would see this, but it's here and it's happening right under our noses, Yet the church dithers and the church is asleep. It's unbelievable. Anyway, folks, there it is. It's all the time I have for today.
Well, that was interesting. Now, I have the link in the description there. You can check out his other videos and things. But now, see, the fact is that the aliens have and do abduct women and men and animals and mutilate animals, and they do experiments and things like this. I would not call these beings benevolent, all right? More like malevolent, all right? So, and you'll see, have you ever noticed in some of these paranormal investigations, they come across something at first, you think it might be a spirit. But if you get a, how would you say, get a close up of it, you gotta excuse me, I got gas. Well, it's a little bit more information we care to know about. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. But as you get a close up of them, sometimes they're a little hard to make out. I'm not talking about the fakes. I'm talking about the real ones. All right. They look more like, as we would say, alien in nature. And so you get a lot of these things in a lot of footages on the paranormal channels and such. Anything that's covering paranormal encounters and activities and such. So, what's going on? I think that is a good question. Now, I would like your input on what your thought, what it is. I mean, I have my views, you have your views, everyone has their views. But I think it is an interesting subject. Like, just in the same way when I brought up about in some of the encounters that paranormal investigators come across and they think it's a haunting. Could it, when I mentioned about could it be in some cases the Fae folk instead of spirits, ghosts? But again, it is going to apply with aliens, right? So, I mean, what's your thought and take on all that? I find all this is fascinating. And I like the way Marzulli attacks things, where he goes after things, is where he handles the facts. He disregards the fictional accounts, the fakeries and all this other stuff. He just goes for facts. And this is interesting. But go and check his channel out. Check out the videos. And I would like for you to share your thoughts and views on this. Don't be afraid to hesitate. Have you not only witnessed a UFO, but have you had anything that would be considered a encounter with a alien? All right. And because there's a lot of stuff goes on and we don't have all the answers, but we have to try to go after facts. So anyway, but let's share our views. Whatever, do you have some videos, links to some other paranormal encounters that may be alien in nature, or abductions? Because it's something that one should view. Find out which one's real, which one's fake, or maybe one that still remains to be seen with if it's real or fake. But it is 2:27 a.m. here, and I hope that you will come back and we can chit chat, whatever. I need to try to get myself in Bedlam and get some sleep. Try to anyway, and I'm sure it's pretty late where you're at. You know, be sure you leave your comments and share your views and thoughts. Hey, and I will catch you another day, another time. I will see you in the funny papers, and please hit the like and subscribe. Okay. And yes, I will, continue to have a little bit of everything in this channel. I thought I was going to stick with two niches, but it's kind of hard for me to do that. But I will try to find always some kind of new content or subjects and things, to put on this channel. So, okay. Alrighty then. I will catch you later. I love you all. Be blessed. All right. And I will see you in the funny papers.